So I'm here at EVAC headquarters. Some man just threatened to jam a paper up my ass. Here at EVAC headquarters, I called EVAC to try to get a complaint form, and a man threatened, who works here, threatened to jam a paper up my ass. Very unprofessional, and I feel threatened. Eastchester Police is coming. This is remarkable. Absolutely remarkable. Just to get a complaint form. And I hope they come quick, because I'm afraid this guy's going to come out here and try to fuck me up or something. Tough guy in there, just banging on the phone saying I need to listen to him. I don't even know who that guy is. But he threatened me. And I hope his lines are recorded. I don't know if I have it recorded, but he definitely threatened me. And we already know they lie. They lie on government documentation, basically saying that I assaulted an officer, which I never assaulted an officer, and I have that paperwork with me too. So they just fucked themselves. This guy over here, I called 60 Control at first because they weren't. I called Eastchester at first, they weren't picking up, so I called 60 Control, and then they said they were going to call them. They never called me back, so I called Eastchester again directly, and I spoke to someone in there. I called extension 100, and some guy picked up the phone. I told him I need a complaint form, and he told me he's going to jam the paper up my ass. In there. He works in there. The phone, I called there.
Okay.
And he said he's going to jam a paper up my ass. I asked for his name. He said, don't fucking worry about it. And he's going to jam a paper up my ass.
And what was the complaint in regards to?
The complaint is about a paramedic by the name of Richard Perry.
Okay.
I don't know who that man is, if that man's Richard Perry, but they're fucking criminals. He said he's going to jam a paper up my ass.
Okay.
I want them fucking arrested.
And what was the complaint about, though?
It was about Richard Perry. He's lying on, he lied on the state document.
About what?
He claims I assaulted police officers and all this shit, which it didn't happen. I was speaking to a sergeant in Bronxville. He was like, he watched the video. He didn't know that happened. He said he didn't see it. Okay. So they clearly lied on their own paperwork.
Okay.
I want to press charges on that man, whoever answered the phone, because he said he's going to jam a paper up my ass, and I hope his phone calls are recorded in there. If it is, I want to fill out a FOIA request to get the recording as well.
Okay. I'm going to go in there and see what they can do. Maybe if they have a complaint form, I'm going to see.
Well, he said I don't listen so well, and he kept banging like the phone, the receiver on like a desk or something, and then he started yelling at me and said he's going to jam papers up my ass. He said he can't access the paper. It's a form. It's a paper. They can print it off of the computer.
Okay.
They 100% have access to that paper.
Okay.
So I don't know why they're being difficult.
Okay. I'm going to go in there. Just stay out here. Let me see if I can get you that complaint form, and then we could go our separate ways. How about that?
All right. Thank you. So, officer's going to go inside and see if he can get the complaint form from these fucking gangbangers. And he's going to handle this. These fucking people are thugs. They're thugs. They're fucking thugs. How you doing, Biaggi?
What we got going on today?
The guy in EVAC, I call him, he says he's going to jam a paper up my ass because I requested a complaint form.
Okay. So, you want him arrested, right?
He obviously, what did he say?
So they don't have a complaint form. They don't do complaint forms.
When I called him, he said he said he didn't have access to it at first. Then he told me, oh, I don't listen, and he banged the phone down on the table. Then I said, well, sir, I need this complaint form because what am I going to show to the Bronxville police where this incident happened? And then he says, I'm going to show...
What's the complaint form you wanted for anyway?
Because there's some paramedic in there named Richard Perry. He lied on documentation and said I assaulted officers. I showed it to the sergeant in Bronxville. He's like, I saw the video.
Were there body cameras in Bronxville?
Yeah. He said I didn't assault any officer.
Arrested for it?
No, I didn't get arrested. But Richard Perry lied on the paper. I have the paper. I can show you the paper.
Let me see it. Hold on. I know you got to film this. I'm going to hold your live feed for you so you don't drop your phone.
It's all right. Okay. But Richard Perry lied on that paper. He lied on everything on that paper. And then I call this guy, and he said he's going to shove the complaint form up my ass.
Is he in there?
Yeah. He can't say that to me. I'm afraid that guy... I don't know who he is, and he wouldn't tell me his name.
Why are you even here?
Because I called him. I tried to get a complaint form.
Stay away from them.
Well,
they don't have complaint forms or anything like that? Online?
I talked to Gina. I talked to them. The administrative guy is in there. They said we can't do anymore.
So what do I do? I mean, he threatened me and said he's going to show me.
Were you handcuffed?
Yeah, I was handcuffed.
Okay, were you screaming?
I yelled at one of them, but...
All right, let's just say yes or no.
Yeah.
Were you yelling and screaming?
I yelled.
Okay.
I didn't hit anyone. You got medications listed that I don't take. The chief complaint, they said I was out to get someone. I wasn't out to get anyone. They said I tried to hit someone. I didn't hit anyone.
So you're very combative.
Yeah, which is not true.
And trying to. Big difference from trying and did.
I didn't hit...
You just told me a minute ago that you hit someone. First of all, you hit a cop, you're going to jail.
I didn't try to hit a cop. I didn't try to hit anyone.
You said you were being combative.
He wasn't there. When I was there, it was only Sergeant DeYoung and the two constables who worked in Bronx.
This is from EVAC wrote this up.
Yeah, I know. That's Richard Perry lied on that paper. Because none of that stuff is true. I showed it to Sergeant Lewis, Huey Lewis in Bronxville. He said that,
It's on. Just hit the thing.
He said,
no, it's this one. Here.
He said, none of that happened because he's seen the body camera footage because he's the one who sent it to me.
You hit a cop, you're locked up immediately.
Exactly.
I don't care if you're this tall, that high, purple or orange, you're getting locked up.
I didn't swing at anyone.
Okay, so you didn't go to jail.
No.
So he just said, were you being combative that day? Were you agitated?
I was upset. I wasn't combative.
So all of this is right, but you think that you weren't being combative and trying to hit officers.
And he lied about the medications and stuff, and he lied about the medications on there and where.
I'm not a doctor, and that's
he basically formulated a lie. I mean, and then I tried to get a complaint form for that because Bronxville is like, I have to speak to Detective Jarose, and Jarose needs evidence of all this stuff, and I call here to try to get a complaint form or something, and the guy in there, he won't tell me his name.
What do you want to complain about?
I want to complain because he lied.
You just said you were being combative. Did you read where's the Bronxville PD one?
They have it. I showed that to Sergeant.
You foil that? You foil everything else?
I showed it to Sergeant Lewis.
Where's that one?
I spoke to Sergeant Lewis. He said that none of that happened because he's seen the same thing I seen, and none of that happened.
But what did the cop... If you're being combative and they transport you...
He said I was upset at first. He said, but then I was very calm. And he said that supposedly...
Right, you didn't go to jail. You actually went to the hospital.
Yeah, I went to... And he asked me what happened when I got to the hospital. They said at the hospital, they said I broke glass in the hospital. That's not written on that paper, which I never broke a glass in the hospital.
You know I like you, right?
Yeah.
Why is it that we're always in the middle of stuff? Why can't we just stop?
This man lied, Biaggi. He lied, and then the guy threatens me over the phone to shove a paper up my ass.
He lied saying a push or a shove, right? He didn't lie and say you killed someone. He lied and said you were combative, and he's not a cop.
But that's state documentation.
But where's this really?
That's a state document, yeah.
And how do you? Who else can get copies of this but you?
I don't know. They have copies. 60 Control has a copy of that. And the guy in there saying he's going to shove papers up my ass.
Well,
that's
not
the
a arrestable
harm.
offense either. I didn't hear it.
Who is that guy? Can I get his name? Who is he? I mean, I would like to know who's going to shove a paper up my ass.
So we're going to document that you were here, you had an issue, a couple words, and you're going to be on your way.
Okay, I want
What
to
they
know.
write on this has nothing to do with us. Okay?
Will his name be in that report? Can I get a copy of the report that was taken here? Because I want his name.
When are you going to stop with the paper trails? I mean, listen, you've been to Mount Vernon Police, Tuckahoe Police, Bronxville Police, East Coast Police. Between you and I, forget the cameras. Does it get tiring after a while? Does it?
Biaggi, they're fucking with me.
No, they're not.
Yeah, the Bronxville
I would have drove
police.
by you 1,000 times. No one even here knows who you are.
The Bronxville are fucking
Because
with
you're
me.
sitting on... Anthony, you were sitting on their stoop.
I was in front of a cafe or a wine bar.
23-year-old male found seated on a stoop with Bronxville PD present. Highly agitated and uncooperative.
I wasn't uncooperative. I was very cooperated. I was.
And you were handcuffed.
Yes, illegally by a man who wasn't even a police officer. He wasn't even a
Probably for
police
their
officer.
safety, because you were being combative, highly agitated. It just makes sense.
But
Highly agitated, combative, uncooperative. The police put you in handcuffs. Very combative again. Trying to hit people. So they handcuffed you.
I didn't try to hit anyone. Biaggi.
Screaming. That's an arrest right there. You should have been arrested for public alarm. Why didn't they arrest you?
Because I wasn't doing none of that.
Screaming and yelling in the public, which causes public alarm. Right?
But I didn't do that.
Disorderly conduct. You should have been arrested. What? If they're after you, if I'm reading this, I went to school and I actually got promoted, you should have been arrested.
Because the Bronxville, they're lying. That's
If
why
they're after you, they should have arrested you.
But Biaggi, they're lying. That's what he wants. He wants to lie on me, and Bronxville cops want to lie on me. This is what they
I'd
wrote.
love to help you, brother. As a friend to a friend.
Yes.
I can't. We're going to take the report.
Will his name be in that report?
You show up to EVAC because you're afraid of someone.
I called him because I wanted to get a complaint for him, and then
what
he
are you
said
complaining about?
Richard Perry.
If I'm an EVAC member, I go up to someone who's screaming and yelling, right?
Yeah.
Which you were a little bit, right?
Yeah.
You're combative, right?
Yeah. Well,
a little bit, right? A little bit, tiny bit. You're not being peaceful, right? They had to handcuff you because you were, according to this, you were being combative. What do you want these people to do?
Well, Matthew Stein illegally tied me up with rope.
Matthew Stein doesn't work here.
Yes, I had to take this to Bronxville because that's what happened that night when Matthew Stein tied me up with rope.
Listen, we have a lot going on today. I would sit here for 4 hours if I could. I just don't have the manpower for that. So we're going to make sure we take your report that you came here. There's a discrepancy in the write-up, and he told you to shove a piece of paper up your ass, which we didn't observe, we didn't hear, we didn't see, and it's not even an arrestable offense.
But is his lines recorded?
I have no idea.
Well, is his name going to be in that report?
Sure.
Okay, as long as that, and I can request a report.
Sure, but stop showing up here. Stop showing up to police departments. And nothing was what happened.
That is what happened.
And stop sitting on stoops screaming at people.
I didn't scream.
Apparently you did here.
I was on the phone with my brother-in-law was a witness to the whole thing. He was in Rockland County. He was coming to Bronxville. He doesn't recall any of that happening.
You gotta stop. Friend to friend. I don't like seeing you like this.
I didn't do anything. He said I'm on drugs. I'm not on drugs.
I don't know. I mean, normal people, between you and I, normal people, if I read this, drugs, there might not be, but like, people don't act like this. They don't scream in public, uncooperative, and highly agitated.
But
That's an arrestable offense.
Normal people don't say they're going to shove papers up people's asses.
Have you been arrested by them yet?
By who?
Bronxville.
No, they didn't arrest me.
Why aren't they arresting you then if they're after you?
Because they're trying. What Matthew Stein is trying to do, he's trying to assault me. Cause I don't know what he's trying. He works with these people.
Listen, I hope it all works out, but you got to stop. You'll get your report. We'll help you out. You can request it. We'll give it to you. I don't know, but this is not. When is this going to be like chill time? And like not this. It's one. It's the other. It's the other. It's the other.
Matthew Stein, this is Biaggi, you don't understand. This man.
I do understand. That's why I'm sitting here.
They're gangsters.
They're not.
Yes, they are.
They're one of the most prestigious EVACs.
That's not prestigious what that man just said to me.
Okay, it is what it is. I didn't hear it.
I feel threatened by that man.
You're still standing here and you're coming in. If you feel threatened, well, why are you here?
Well, I got 3 police officers standing with me now. They're probably in there conspiring something.
They're not. They're in there having their meal break.
They're in there.
They're an accredited agency. They have the highest turnout. They have the highest membership.
With shoving papers up people's asses, come on.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, well, the guy did that guy admit it that he said he was gonna shove a paper up my ass?
He said you keep on calling him.
I didn't keep on calling. I called him one time.
He also said that he told you they don't do complaint forms, and they even.
I called that man one time, and because when I first came here to request that paper, I was speaking to some bald man, and he came out and he gave me that paper when I showed him my ID. When I called him one time, and then he started yelling at me on the phone and said he's going to shove a paper up my ass.
All right, enough. Fine. We'll write the report. We'll say that he said that, and you can get a copy of it. Okay?
That's good.
Right.
I just don't want to see you like this anymore. It's getting... you're not wasting my time, but, I mean, it's every day. I want to hear some good news about you one day.
It'll be good news when that man...
No, forget that. We'll situate. But why can't you, like... You did this. Anthony did this. Anthony did something great. Why are we always on stoops and foiling and yelling and screaming? When does it stop?
Why? When Bronxville
when you walk
stops.
through East Street, no one bothers you.
No one bothers me. I don't have a problem here. I always have problems down south of Bronxville.
Stay away from Bronxville. Do you live in Bronxville?
No.
Stay away. Problem solved. They're this big.
They're the only ones who give me trouble.
Then stay away from them.
But they're harassing me every day. You should see the behavior that happens. I walk in there, I see Sergeant Blessington. It's a circus. It's a circus, Biaggi. The man he's got Kaiser walking around limping all over the place. He's got people acting like clowns. It's horrible.
All right, listen. You're going to take the report, and you're going to go on your way. If you want to avoid Bronxville, avoid it for the night. And avoid this place, though. If you keep showing up here, they don't have the complaint forms, they're going to probably put a trespass on you. Which they could, which just if they want.
That's not a public business?
It is, but they could put a trespass on it.
I didn't enter it. I want a sidewalk.
Public, but they don't want you on their property.
I'm not on their property. I never went on their property, Biaggi. I was standing right here, so now they're going to fill out a false trespass?
No, I'm just saying, if you keep showing up here, you have trespassed people before. The back parking lot, people could park there. That's a public area. We've had trespassed people before. I don't want that to happen to you. And they're not going to. We're not even going to ask them to do that. But just stop showing up here. There's no complaint forms. You can call. But what he wrote in there, friend to friend, it doesn't seem too over the top crazy that he lied and made you look foolish. Combative, maybe. Right?
That's not true. I would show you the video sometime.
Listen, it's 2023, right? Cops can't just put handcuffs on people for no reason. There's body cameras. There's chiefs that hold people accountable. My chief does. If he puts handcuffs on people for no reason, I see the video, he's in big trouble. And my chief does not play around like that.
Yeah.
Okay? So these are to protect us, you and me. Okay? So if you put handcuffs on you, it's probably for a good reason in 2023, because I'm sure he doesn't want to lose his job for that. Okay? Yeah. You said you were yelling and screaming, you were in public, you might have been combative. That calls for it. Okay? Okay?
I guess.
All right. I mean, he's not a cop. He's also a medical staff. So maybe he embellished a little bit, but he didn't say that you were around.
But why does he have to lie, though? Why can't he tell him the truth?
You were being combative. We just discussed this.
But Biaggi, he has to be honest. He can't just make up a false narrative. He has to be honest.
He's not making a false narrative. He just said you were being combative.
But he said, and then I tried to hit people. I didn't try to hit anyone.
If you tried to hit any of my cops right now, I
would be in jail.
Who you are,
I would be in jail. Yeah, exactly. Okay? I didn't try to hit anyone.
Take the report, get a copy of it, give it 5 to 7 business days, and that's it.
Yeah.
Okay?
All right, Biaggi.
And when you're done, just no issues. Okay? We're zenful here. This is zenfulness. Okay?
Okay, Biaggi.
He's a good cop. It's always he.
I understand. You guys are good. I just have a problem with them. It's not you, Biaggi. It's them.
All right, well, just leave them alone. They're not cops. Leave them. Let them be. All right?
Anthony, what's your last name, brother?
De Silva.
How do you spell it?
DASILVA.
He's in there already.
Okay. I'll just do it again, just a phone number for you. All right.
Okay.
So like he said, 5 to 7 business days, you can come request a report.
And his name will be in there.
His name will be in the report. All right.
Okay.
And then you could come request it. All right.
All right.
Good.
Sounds good,
Alrighty.
sir. What's your name?
My name is Officer Bloom.
Officer Bloom. Thank you.
You got it. All right.
All right.
Have a great day.
You too. Bye bye.